trying to get back on track. That being your boss shit is a bitch. It's tough because, the mind frame, it's the mind, bro. It's really the mind. It's really getting out of that mindset of somebody telling you what to do, somebody instructing you how things should go, and just having the discipline to will yourself to make things happen and to stick to the script and not get sidetracked by the illusion of free time, because you really don't have free time. You just have time that, that you can squeeze extra bullshit out of. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I gave some of my time away. I took a break because people kept telling me about this new series, Some of My Life. So I gave some of my life to entertainment. Wanted to take a break. I called it letting my creative juices relax. And I gave it to an actor, Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa, you know him from Aquaman, but he has a strong fan base, man, because he's kind of like the same character, this really gritty, earthy type, animalistic, beastie, racially ambiguous lumberjack type motherfucker. So, he has this new show out called C. It's not really new. It's in its second season. It's on Apple TV. He also has a movie out. Where he's this big guy who can just break into anywhere. That's not the plot, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Okay, so you got C, right? C gets a terrible rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Everything does, right? But this time I actually agreed with Rotten Tomatoes, man, because C is a terrible concept about blind people in the future never being able to see, and only their eyes, only their pupils, only their pupils are just a different color. But if you've ever seen a blind person's eyes, right? I could pull up a video of my guy Blind Fury. He's been blind, I think, his whole life. And his face is disfigured because the eyes, right? There's muscles around the eyes that keep the eye moving and keep it in focus. So if you're not using your eyes and your eyes are closed, you got like a weird face. Like the muscles are so weak, it just looks like your eyes are sucking in. You know what I mean? And everybody's eyes, only thing that happened to people's eyes is they try to keep the beauty of the actresses and the actors. So all their eyes, they're just pupils, are just changed colors. You know what I mean? Supposedly they're still able to maintain their hotness. That wasn't a big issue. The big issue was the fight scenes were fucking stupid. It was a whole bunch of, hey, come over here so I can cut you. This type of shit going on here. If you get close, I'm gonna cut the shit out you. I don't know how the fuck did they live in the mountains. There went so much went into creating the world. Nobody did the homework. I'm quoting a guy that I agreed with in the comments of Rotten Tomatoes. It was like, yo, nobody did the homework to make this shit believable. Nobody did the homework. It was a whole bunch of like, what? Huh? And then they try to get you in. They try to lock you in and distract you with a whole bunch of weird little characteristics to make you fall in love with the characters. Like they're the queen, like the villain in the first season. She's a crazy lady who somehow still maintains looking good with, like, man, if you've never seen anything, how the fuck you give a fuck about how your crown or anything looks? You don't give a fuck about clothes. You never seen anything. Like, these should be just wearing rags, like, and not giving a fuck. If we're gonna take it there, this is years and years after, and apparently the people don't have no books, no, it's crazy. And then you got to remember too, most of the people in the world today, they can't even handle the wilderness with vision. So how the fuck you gonna get a bunch of blind people to walk up and down a mountain, live in the wilderness, catch animals, know what they're drinking? Like, no, there should have been so much thought put into showcasing how are they making it. There was no focus put into the idea of like, yo, how are these blind people existing with nobody around that can be like, yo, don't eat that. That's not fruit. Yo, don't cut that. That's not her umbilical cord. Like, a woman gave birth and she was blind. Well, that's really the main premise of the whole situation is a woman gives birth to two twins and the twins can see. But it's like, of course those twins are gonna be the messiahs and the ones. They got a leg up on everybody. They can see. Everybody else is like blind, literally. All those kids got to do is just stay away and just have bows and arrows and just shoot people in the chest. Because people were traveling around. Like, they had a situation, an apparatus around the forest where they were traveling with ropes and bells everywhere. It's like, come on, man. This shit is corny. Come on, man. You just Ray Charlesing around the forest, but you're trying to stop an army from sneaking up on you, so you're beating pieces of wood to get to them to make sure that you're walking up. Man, it was a terrible. I'm sad because I gave it 2 episodes. I gave it the pilot, and then I gave it the second episode that came after it, and I was just like, yo, who's greenlighting this shit? Is Jason Momoa fan base that strong? And apparently they are, because the audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes was it was like in the 80s. But then there was another situation that illustrates the whole reason why, Jason Momoa is king. There's an ad on Instagram. There was an ad on Instagram for his new movie, Sweet Girl or something like that. That movie hurts your brain too, because you'll be trying to make sense of a lot of like just holy ass stories just to get some shit across, just to get Jason Momoa to take out his animalistic rage on somebody and break their neck. A lot of weird shit happens to just to make it so he wins in the end. Yeah, man. So the advertisement went a little something like this. And when you hear it, you'll laugh. because it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like, what about the movie? Why are you hitting me with a bunch of quotes of women talking about they want to have his baby? And fiery the dude, the voiceover for the movie ad said fire emoji. So and so said fire emoji. Fire emoji? Bro, that means the movie's not good. Cause they're moving, essentially Jason Momoa's fan base moves just like dudes on on any singer, any who we got? They move the same way as, man, I can't even whose music is bad. any new rapper right now. They move the same as their fan base, where they're just like, yo, I wanna screw that person. I'll say Normani. Normani is I don't really like her music like that. So yeah, it's just like her fan base. Jason Momoa's fan base is just like Normani's fan base, where all they thinking about is screwing her. They're not really thinking about, they're lusting over her, and that's most of her engagement. It's not really like, yo, this motherfucker's song touched me, man. This song is slapping. The song is fire. No. Nah, man. That's Jason Momoa's fan base for you. It's like, yo, this just sucks. What are we doing? Fire emoji. Normani's music is all right. It's not for me though. She looks good though. She does all the things. She's trying hard out there, guys. She's doing all the flips and splits, you know, to let you know that she's a serious artist out here. And her ass cheeks is out in the assless chaps. But yeah, man, Jason Momoa was trash. And yeah, I seen him trying to bring out his acting chops, man. Kudos for him for trying to showcase a little range. But yeah, the not good. Yeah, man. So the last census, man. If you don't know what the census is,